My name is Steve Myers, and I want to thank you for taking part in this exclusive Monday morning interview with Jim Rickards, the financial threat and asymmetric warfare advisor for both the Pentagon and CIA. Recently, all 16 branches of our intelligence community have come together to release a shocking briefing that contained an alarming consensus. These agencies, that include the CIA, FBI, Army, and Navy, they've already begun to estimate the impact of the fall of the dollar as the global reserve currency. Jim Rickards, thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure, Steve. Glad to be with you.
And after 9/11, you were tasked by the CIA with investigating potential insider trading that took place prior to the terrorist attacks.
So what the CIA said, well, if there's going to be another spectacular attack, using price signals to determine the actions of participants in the market, whether it be terrorists or strategic rivals of the United States, could you spot it? Could you get the information and actually break up the plot? On August 7, 2006, I got an email from my partner. She said, Jim, we got a bright red signal on American Airlines. So she said, looks like a possible terrorist attack. We documented that. I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning in my study watching CNN, and all of a sudden, MI5 and New Scotland Yard emerged to break up this terrorist attack. They were arresting suspects, removing files. So this showed that the system worked. It's not just good for predicting terrorist attacks, but also strategic attacks by rivals and enemies of the United States.
For years now, you've been helping the Pentagon and CIA prepare for a rise in asymmetric warfare and financial threats. Because today there are immense fears we'll be struck by, as you've described it before, a financial Pearl Harbor.
There's now concern in different branches of the U.S. government. Historically in Washington, the Treasury and the Fed take care of the dollar. The Pentagon and the intelligence community take care of other threats. But what happens when the dollar is the threat? Americans generally know that the Fed has increased the money supply by $3.1 trillion. We have $17.5 trillion of debt. We have $127 trillion of unfunded liabilities. What are those? Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, student loans, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA. You go through the whole list, and it goes on and on and on. There's no way to pay it. During the boom years of the 1950s and 1960s, every dollar of debt that was created, we got $2.41 worth of economic growth. So that was pretty good bang for the buck. But by the stagflation of the late 1970s, that had actually collapsed. So now for a dollar of debt in the late 1970s, we were only getting 41 cents of growth. So obviously that's a huge drop off. You know what that number is today? Today we only get 3 cents of growth for every dollar of debt. So we're piling on the debt, but we're getting less and less growth as that trend goes from $2.41 to 41 cents to 3 cents. It's soon going to go negative. This is a signal of a complex system about to collapse.